Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ronalini Ganesh,
And I am Gautam Siddharth.
and we are your hosts for today's program on GSF Sustainability Initiatives.
Earth, perhaps the only habitable planet in this 287 billion kilometer wide solar system, has existed for nearly 4.5 billion years. However, modern forms of civilization have only been around for merely a fraction of that time, but have yet managed to cripple the planet's habitable ecosystem, bringing it to the very brink of irreversibility. While there is no way to slow down humanity's economic growth, there can be a way to balance its pace to suit the planet's ecological rejuvenation through sustainable growth.
The dictionary defines sustainability as the ability to consume resources without completely using up or destroying them. As humans, we have reached a point in our lifetime where being sustainable is not a choice anymore. It's a necessity. That means it becomes imperative for us to understand the true meaning of the word, as well as to imbibe its essence in our everyday life. This is exactly why we have gathered here today.
For Global Schools Foundation, October 27th is not just World Sustainability Day, but a day to better understand the impact we have on the world and understand how to play a meaningful part in saving it. Today, we will be declaring our absolute determination to contribute to the cause, revisit our current initiatives across our schools, and take pledge to do more in the future. To set the ball rolling, I first invite our Smart Campus principal, Ms. Melissa Maria, to open the program with a message.
Rightly said, we can sit back and watch our planet be destroyed, or we can take actions, become advocates, and start making lifestyle choices which are kinder to people and the planet. Good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome. Thank you, Ms. Kirti Da, for being our guest of honor and giving of your valuable time. It is also great seeing such large numbers here, enthusiastically attending an event which is of great importance and significance, not just for school, but society and the world at large. We are here to join an initiative that is gaining importance for its urgency and relevancy in the world. And for our Global Schools Foundation, it is a major step in this universal cause. Today, we are observing World Sustainability Day with the rest of the world. This is a day when many on planet Earth are pledging their support for greener and more sustainable living. Many people are contributing in different ways. For GSF, the question is, what can we do to make a difference so that we can pass on the baton of a healthy and livable planet to the next generation? Many things come to mind, especially because GSF has always been a front runner in bringing unique and best practices to the K-12 space, be it in the curricular or co-curricular areas of the curriculum. We are proud of our 9 GEMS pedagogic framework, and so are we proud of the Global Indian Stars. We have seen success emerge from the Chandu Borde Academy and similarly seen many innovative practices from the Global Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. We have the real world challenges and Jankar that are well entrenched, and so do we have Kutuhal, Altasamu, and Leaps that have constantly called our students and faculty to action, not just for our own development, but also to contribute to a good cause. Today, we are all set to roll out one more such impactful and unique property in the area of sustainable development. The late UN chief, Mr. Kofi Annan, once commented, he said, our biggest challenge in this new century is to take an idea that seems abstract, like sustainable development, and turn it into a reality for all the world's people. Now, I'm sure you will agree with me. Who better than GSF schools that can make this abstract idea a reality with the kind of commitment all our stakeholders have shown in making a difference to this planet? During this event today, We will hear from our guest of honor. We will see glimpses of initiatives already taken by our campuses in greening the planet. We will also hear our chairman and see him declare the event open, and our appointed ambassadors and deputy ambassadors will digitally sign the UN pledge. Inspired by the UN SDGs, GSF schools commit ourselves to commemorate our 20 glorious years by unveiling the GSF Super 20 SDGs. And we will have a series of activities throughout the year in the quest of making sustainable development a reality. The roadmap of the GSF Super 20 SDGs and actions are being drawn up by the Global Center for Education Excellence and will soon be shared with each of our campuses. Let me conclude with a quote from the author, Robert Swan. He said, "The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it." But I know that we at GSF will not wait for others, but take concerted action and create a better tomorrow for the coming generations. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, ma'am. As you have pointed out, GSF has indeed played a very active part in contributing to green and sustainable activities all around the world. And we will continue to do so in the future through the GSF SDG program. Through the years, there have been many esteemed figures who have played their part in making a difference in our world and inspired many others to do so themselves. On the occasion of World Sustainability Day, we have with us one such individual who has devoted herself to inspiring and initiating change in the community.
Our guest of honor is GSF Advisory Board member, Ms. Kirtita Mekani, a dedicated environmentalist and a current director of CIX AgriFest Private Limited. She has been the founding executive director of the National Council on the Environment from 1993 to 1996. She has also started the Planetary Initiative, which has seen more than 12,000 trees being planted since its inception. As part of the GSF family, she has been actively advising the school community on its green initiatives, and we are thrilled and encouraged to see her take some time off her busy schedule to participate in our event. Welcome to the GSF SDG program, Ms. Mekani. May we request you to address the virtual gathering?
Indeed, it's a very important moment today to be a part of this beautiful event. And I'm so happy that GSF has further embarked and taken a much deeper getting into the sustainability agenda. What is sustainability to me? Sustainability to me in a nutshell is the balance between environment, equity, and economy. And today, in today's age, it is at the heart of all that we do, and it is center stage globally today. And it is not just something that we should look into, but it is very, very important for us to forge ahead in this area. In a way, I would say the sustainability development goals are the to-do list for people and the planet. And I'm so happy that GSF schools are embracing it and coming up with their own Super 20 SDGs. I love that Super 20 SDGs just mentioned by Melissa. So why is it so important to invest in the next generation? Why it's so important for us to invest in our teachers to take this agenda forward? There's so many problems prevailing, and climate change, biodiversity depletion, everything is right now happening, and each of us has to learn how to adapt to these situations, learn to come up with solutions to make this world a better place. And how do we become a part of this agenda? And how are we going to make this happen? It's all about investing in our next generation of students, which, for example, today I would say that 23 schools come under the GSF group of schools. We are touching 20,000 plus kids, 5,000 teachers. That's not a small number. And you can see the multiplier effect if we are able to walk this talk and then talk this walk. So I am very proud today to be a part of this. And there are many opportunities that are going to unfold for our young generation if they are empowered with knowledge, steeped in doing things through the program that GSF schools are going to unlock and provide. So the words like green transport, decarbonization, net zero, renewable energy, biomimicry, nature-based solutions, all these are not in thin air or ether. They are a reality. There are plentiful jobs there, and each of us needs to be empowered so that we are part of this solution where we live sustainably. And we live in a way that we don't compromise the future of our next coming generations. We need to make this world a better place than what we have today. So it is very important for us to be, championing this. And GSF Schools has really taken this agenda seriously. And I'm so happy to be speaking at this event, and my best wishes for making this happen. And hopefully in the next 5-10 years, it will be a rising star. It has been in the space of IT, etc. But if the green agenda, sustainability is embraced wholeheartedly, we will be a school of excellence and a school and a group of schools which will be remembered and be a good example for the other organizations. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words.
That's 17 important goals under the UN SDG. One of the important goals is zero hunger. About 8.9% of the global population goes to bed on an empty stomach every night. While our foundation is contributing towards the less privileged in their own special way, our students have also taken the initiative to do their bit for the cause of zero hunger. One big example of this is the Hunger Warriors initiative pioneered by a group of students from GIIS.
The 4-member team of Hunger Warriors took it upon themselves to contribute to the crises of world hunger by taking one small step at a time. Their vision was to create a world where nobody, irrespective of their race, religion, language, class, or creed, ever has to go hungry. Not only did they make an impact, but they impressed many with their ideas and dedication to the cause.
One of the warriors is Jaidev Balaji, who is the brains behind the event and also put in a significant amount of grounds behind it. Supported by his mother, Prajakta Balaji, Jaidev went on to tackle several difficult hurdles in the project. He also sponsored 500 tribal kids in India, helping them gain knowledge on how to grow organic food. Hunger Warriors was acknowledged by global social leaders for their efforts.
Today, the mother-son team will make a presentation on how the Hunger Warriors went about achieving their objective. Let us welcome them and request them to start their presentation.
I'm Prajakta.
And I am Jaidev. Today, we will be describing some of our activities pertaining to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
The UN SDGs were set up in 2015. They are interlinked global issues that need to be solved for a sustainable future. Our goals chosen are zero hunger, climate action, good health and well-being. Lending a helping hand to the underprivileged through Udapam Karangar, a charity based in Chennai.
My contribution towards the 1 million trees movement in Singapore, where I planted trees in Marsiling Park.
Spreading awareness through art.
Supporting foreign migrant workers through food donation drives in testing times. Donation of my scholarship amount to 500 tribal kids in Palghar, Maharashtra to support their empowerment and support them in organic farming.
With the aid of school and local media coverage, I was able to increase the awareness and viewership.
Testimonials from the MP and Mayor of Central Singapore, Ms. Denise Phua. Also, I was at a community event promoted by Ms. Denise.
Nearly 55,000 plus people have benefited through our food donation programs. We raised Singapore dollars 14,500 from 2019 to 2021. we dedicated approximately 8,500 plus man-hours striving to make a difference.
A crucial aspect of our project was to spread awareness throughout the community. And we began with our own school, where we were granted the opportunity to make presentations, after which awareness levels drastically rose from 14% to 73%.
Our motto is to look beyond, reach beyond. By following the sustainable measures, access to education by encouraging sustainable projects, reducing carbon emissions, and reducing the food waste in schools, corporates, and hotels by donating it to the needy.
We also believe in empowering women with vocational training and education because it's the best weapon against poverty, unemployment, and hunger, especially in LEDCs. We are also encouraging and grooming budding nature enthusiasts to play their part in the global movement towards sustainability. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Arushi and Anushka Jadhav, who are members of the Hunger Warriors, GIIS for this opportunity, Principal Miss Melissa Maria for her guidance, and all our well-wishers for their support.
Thank you, Jaydev and Ms. Prajakta. That truly was a very inspiring initiative.
Many such initiatives have been implemented throughout the years across all GSF campuses, be it green initiatives or small projects benefiting the society. Our schools have been active in getting students to participate in green living, adopting sustainable designs and tools, and participating in activities that help spread the word of a carbon-free life. Let us take a look at how our campuses have participated in these activities over the years.
Over a period of 4 months, we managed to distribute over 800 packets of bread and tiffin to 400 such families and collected 21 bags of food in a 3-day food drive we organized in our school. Project Food Tree was awarded the Collaborative Award in recognition of our contributions to society.
We, the students and teachers of JISKL, have taken our initiative to raise awareness on how we can fight climate change. Let's take a look at how it's being done.
of the Green Initiative, we have made these segregated dustbins, and we have selected our eco monitors, and some of them are helping us today in making these segregated dustbins for us today.
These were some amazing initiatives. Our schools have indeed made it a point to inculcate sustainable development into every student's life. This makes us very proud and more enthusiastic to contribute in the future.
The outdoor activities have been many, but let's also not forget about the in-classroom activities that the students, teachers, and schools indulge in to do their part for sustainability. Regardless of curricula, every student is given the opportunity to make an impact in the community they live in. The PYP program at GIIS Smart Campus also manages to incorporate elements of sustainability into their everyday schedules, teaching the students the importance of actively engaging in and promoting the very concept. We now have a video presentation by Ms. Manju Nair, PYP coordinator at GIIS Smart Campus, explaining the initiatives of the PYP section.
Hello, I'm Manju Nair, the PYP coordinator at GIIS Ongole Smart Campus. I wanted to share how we bring the Sustainable Development Goals into our teaching and learning. Our primary students typically do 6 units of inquiry in a year, and wherever applicable, they make connections between the global issues that they are investigating and the corresponding UN Sustainable Development Goal. But once our teachers started signing up to become SDG ambassadors or advocates, they started bringing in more ideas about SDGs from their network. So we decided that SDGs could be more thoughtfully and intentionally integrated with our program of inquiry. As you can see, this is the matrix with all the units. We asked the teachers to map the SDG that would best fit the unit's central idea. This makes it more explicit, and we ensure that we are not leaving any of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals out. Students and teachers, of course, have the freedom and agency to make their own connections. But doing this mapping provides a useful guideline and a reminder for us. The SDGs are charged with a sense of immediacy because of the 2030 deadline. And so, students relate very well to them. I have invited our students from grade 4, 3 and 2 to revisit some of the SDG related experience they engaged in.
The related SDG to our first unit is life below water and life on land. The reason why we have chosen this SDGs to work with in our first unit is because in adaptation, when we need to protect our beautiful species to not become extinct, we must take these 2 SDGs into action. The SDG that that began in our unit Sharing the Planet is peace, justice and strong institutions. In our unit, we learned about conflict resolving and how to resolve different global conflicts around the world. We also came up with ideas on how to solve the wars that are still going on, like the Afghanistan war or water conflicts. We wrote poems on peace and we made a whole word cloud on what peace is.
The action plan I have taken for sharing the planet is, me and my friends have come up with a club and the name of our club is Green Go. So what we do is we encourage people to keep our earth clean and safe. The SDG we connected was SDG number 13, which is climate action.
It truly is inspiring to see our primary students and teachers participate and engage in various such initiatives.
In its 20 years of existence, the GSF has always made it a point to engage our students and teachers in various activities and initiatives that help the society we live in, as we saw earlier. But these aren't just a one-time occurrence. In fact, as the years passed, GSF schools found newer, more innovative ways to promote and support the idea of sustainable development. Let us take a look at some of the newer initiatives undertaken by our schools.
Hi, I'm Janin from grade CLSP 7A from the PG Smart Campus. My school has always made sure every student gets an educational experience with their 9 GEMS framework, whether it's studies, arts, sports or leadership skills. One big part of this is community and care, where they learn to how to take care of the environment. And it leads by example. My school has made a conscious effort to have a green footprint. Let me show you what my school has done. Let's go! Part of the Smart Campus is specially designed with terracotta, a material that allows the building to reflect heat. This means the interiors remain cool. Interior cooling system uses less power. Nest area. It is called so because it takes the shape of a nest. Then, as you can see here, there are 2 fountains. 1, the water fountain. 2, the mist fountain. The rest of the area is green with a lot of plants and trees planted to have a good green school environment and with fresh air. The regions double up as classrooms for students who want to learn about nature or who want to learn other subjects amid nature. Our school manages to help understand the importance of the environment through green initiatives as well. Through the usage of motion sensor light system, our school manages reduce of energy consumption. All our classrooms are digitized, but as you can see here, there are long French-style windows. This design ensures to receive maximum sunlight for students. It is in water harvesting ways like rainwater harvesting. In fact, our eco-friendliness has been awarded with Green Mark Gold certificate. This is a reputable certificate for buildings in Singapore. This means we have a low carbon footprint, less noise pollution, and reduced heat usage. This is how effective these initiatives are. That we have automated flushes in washroom and we have regulated flushes in the bathroom to save water. We have big and small flushes to reduce the amount of water used. On campus, teachers and students are always ready to follow the eco-friendly methods but also ensuring to be ready for a digitally advancing world. Let's all contribute and make this world a better place.
Hi, I'm Riya Mehta from grade 9A CBSE at the GIIS East Coast campus. My campus has always been a green and happy place which has given our students a great playground to know more about the environment and to contribute meaningfully towards sustainability through green initiatives. Let me show you how green my campus is. Our organic garden. This is our organic garden. Here, myself and other students grow a variety of plants like garden vegetables and fruits under the supervision of our teachers. Our fellow students from kindergarten and primary programs are also taught how to make compost and how to use compost to grow healthy plants and cultivate a healthy garden. Plant saplings. Each student celebrates their birthday in a unique way, which also helps them take one more step towards sustainability. Students and teachers get to bring one sapling with them to plant on the campus grounds on their birthday. It gives us great pride to see the saplings grow year on year. Green initiatives. Our school also encourages us to say no to plastic and to follow the 3 R's of reuse, reduce and recycle. As you can see, our Bin Liners initiative is one such where students help reduce the use of newspaper trash by making paper bin liners to be used in dustbins and trash bins. Another one is our e-waste bins, where students can drop their electronic wastes to be recycled. Our school also conducts Tetra Pak drives to help collect these packaging materials and send them into recycle. Students engage in Tetra Pak advocacy workshops which explain the significance of recycling materials. So far, we have managed to conduct 9 such workshops. Lastly, we also engage in various upcycling projects, creating art out of waste. We have created various items, including pencil holders and decorative flowers out of bottles, and even have an art display board featuring our very own installation art, along with our recycled water bottle cap art. Being eco-friendly and practicing sustainable living is a necessity in today's world, and at GIIS East Coast, we make sure to inculcate them into our academic journey and understand the importance of preserving our world. Thank you.
Isn't that just amazing? I'm sure our students will continue to exhibit enthusiasm and excitement as we venture into new grounds too.
Of course, the journey of GSF began with a dream 20 years ago, and today the GSF stands tall, having picked various boxes as it grew to be where it is today. And so, I would like to request our co-founder and chairman, Mr. Atul Temunikar, to address our virtual gathering on this occasion and inaugurate our GSF goals.
Hello, everyone. Let me congratulate the team for starting the excellent initiative to contribute to a much-deserved environment cause. When the United Nations announced their 17 goals towards sustainable development, it was considered a very timely acknowledgement of the drastic impact of environment issues and its problems of our times. Those goals promised strategies to deal with urgency of larger, all-encompassing issues like climate change and responsible consumption. Global Schools Foundation is not just pledging support to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals program, or UN SDGs, but it is going one step further to enable our next generation to ensure a greener and brighter future in their own domain. They say charity begins at home. And this initiative by GSF is living up to the old adage. It is a proud feeling for all GSF school students to be a part of a movement that will leave a green footprint in this world. It is scientifically established that to avoid irreversible climate change that will have a catastrophic effect on life on Earth, further temperature rises need to be limited to not more than 1.5 or 2 degrees. This requires achieving the net zero emissions reductions target by no later than 2050. By then, you would be in your 40s and time is rapidly running out. There are challenges to meeting the goals of the 2015 Paris Agreement's Nationally Determined Contributions, or NDC, which is signed by over 190 countries. Despite big promises the world has made to cut greenhouse gas emissions, many countries aren't meeting their NDC targets caused by skeptical voters, financial constraints, and COVID-19 related challenges. There are also concerns raised that the failure to meet these goals may also stem from lack of empathy towards victims of climate change, primarily from underdeveloped areas such as Africa. Having said that, it is also true that many countries have stretched, but not sufficiently enough to meet their NDC goals. We need to ensure the amount of greenhouse gas removed from the atmosphere equals what is emitted, and this is achieving the net zero emissions. GSF schools have always believed that a greener tomorrow comes with a smarter today. And as a foundation, we have thoughtfully and consistently worked towards living up to this standard by contributing to the cause in our own special way. Our schools and campuses have been actively involved in balancing the needs of carbon emissions and greenhouse matters with the requirements of the century. GSF has committed to make all its campuses carbon neutral by 2026. While we move steadily towards being a foundation where quality education is imparted, we are making sure that the quality comes not just in our words, but in our deeds as well. Which is why GSF has made cautious efforts to introduce the green and sustainable ideas and programs in our schools' education frameworks. A deep-rooted sense of the social responsibility guides us to take meaningful steps towards inculcating a better understanding of prevailing green issues among our students. We have also introduced tools and platforms that will help us reduce our own carbon footprint in our immediate near future. All our schools are designed such that they leave a green imprint. They are a perfect blend of lush surroundings and intelligently designed 21st century architecture. These green initiatives are embedded in the campus designs, which balances contemporary ideas with conservation. The resources used are environmentally friendly as well as energy saving. We believe in naturally ventilated open spaces that will allow natural sunlight and free-flowing breeze into the campus, living up to the idea of being close to the nature. We ensure that building materials we use, such as terracotta facades, are eco-friendly, and energy consumption in our campus is just and cautious. The motion sensor for corridor lights, or be it the automated water dispensing systems that save the water, or rainwater conservation, and the automated use of energy saving tools, such as smart building management systems, are a testimony to that. But more importantly, our students are taught through the green curriculum and activities that sustainability is the biggest need of their generation. They are encouraged to contribute ideas in their own domains in whatever meaningful way that will add to a more sustainable future. And truly enough, many have come up with brilliant ideas. The self-watering plant was one science experiment that got widespread attention, while the Hunger Warriors initiative was appreciated by the representatives of the UN themselves. The GIS Singapore Punggol campus has also been recognized by RHT Foundation for developing unique solutions to sustainability and having innovative solutions in recycling technology and waste reductions. The RHT Gale Sustainability Innovator Award of 2019 is a testimony to that. Sustainability is not just the buzzword of the decade. It is a real mess we need to solve for. As the world rapidly progresses into the future, riding on the supersonic digital highway, it is prudent to keep our hands firmly on the wheels of sustainability and steer it in the right direction. The hope is to show the new generation the right path, to help them adapt the right method and develop in them the right attitude towards sustainable development. We are not advocating that each one of you become a sustainability spokesman of the likes of Greta Thunberg, but encourage you to sincerely endeavor small but highly impactful decisions and actions on your part that you can take so that we can achieve these goals, and that we can be assured that the future is green and safe for the next generations to come. With this in mind, I wish all the GSF campuses, all our students and teachers, the very best in its endeavor to sustainability goals. I'm sure with your focus, dedication, and drive, you will be able to make significant and meaningful contributions to sustainability. So please join us in this noble initiative as I declare the GSF SDG program officially open. Thank you.
Thank you for your words, sir. I'm sure we will achieve our goals and continue to expand on them in the future.
Now that Atul sir has officially opened our program and goals, we now invite Ms. Melissa Maria to read out the pledge, while Ms. Preetha DeMello, headmistress of pre-primary at GIIS Whitefield campus, will take us through the signing of the official pledge on behalf of all our 23 campuses around the world, as an acknowledgement of our goals, as well as to solidify our role in this journey towards all-rounded sustainability.
So on behalf of all the members of the GSF schools, we agree that we will, 1, support and promote the principles of the SDGs. 2nd, contribute to the achievement of the SDGs by ensuring that our schools and major programs are environmentally sustainable and socially inclusive. 3rd, we support and encourage our teachers and educators to deliver lessons on the SDGs. 4th, provide educational opportunities for our students to acquire the knowledge and skills needed to engage with the SDGs. And finally, join the global movement to achieve the SDGs by 2030.
With the official pledge signed and acknowledged, I think it's safe to say that each one of us will indeed play our part in ensuring that our goals are fulfilled. I would now like to request Mr. Ratan Khandadia, Associate Director of Global Center for Education Excellence, to make the closing remarks for the ceremony.
Thank you, Gautam and Renali. Thank you, Ms. Kirtida, for your presence and kind words for GSF. Thank you, Atul sir, for your visionary leadership and zeal towards sustainability. As it is said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. These few steps of GSF in the journey towards sustainability by signing your pledge is just the beginning. At GSF campuses, sustainability is not just an activity, but a movement and way of life for all our stakeholders, be it students, parents, staff, vendors, suppliers, and community as a whole. Through walk the talk approach, we at GSF are teaching our students care for Mother Earth and how do we leave a better place for our next generation to live in. Unlike other organizations who defines what they are doing in the sphere of sustainability, we at GSF as an institute define what our next generation will do in the field of sustainability and care towards Mother Earth. As the first law of environment says, nothing comes from nowhere, everything comes from somewhere. And the second law says, nothing goes nowhere, everything goes somewhere. Hence, it becomes imperative for us to manage complete life cycle and not just an activity when we talk about sustainability. This is why at GSF we feel we will have a movement on GSF. The need of an hour is, as an individual, we think and act responsibly. It is our moral responsibility to leave Earth a better place for our next generation compared to what we inherited from our earlier generation. We are just a custodian and a user of this nature, and we are not the owners of this Mother Earth. At GSF, we strongly believe in not just unidirectional growth in one aspect, but a growth and progress in a triple bottom line approach, commonly termed as ESG as defined by GRI. We have already huge plans made as a part of the blueprint, which talks about contribution towards sustainability movement, assessing campus-wise carbon footprints, carbon neutrality campus-wise, sustainability curriculum, third-party assessments and certifications, to name a few initiatives. Lastly, we are proud and privileged the way we have adopted UN SDGs in the initial phases. We will be coming up with our own GSF SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, which will be more aligned to our sector, operations, and processes. These SDGs will be unique and benchmark among all educational institutes worldwide. Again, the blueprint of GSF SDG is under review stage, and we will be announcing our SDGs very soon. We request all our stakeholders to extend their support to this movement and let us make sustainability as a way of our life. Thank you all for your presence. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. And with that, we have come to the end of our event, or rather, the beginning of one.
With this new initiative in place, I'm sure that we, as members of the GSF family, will follow through with the set goals, promote sustainability amongst the campuses as well as community, and most importantly, make a difference as global citizens of the world. Thank you, everyone, and stay safe.